I would like to tell you about Whetstone Reflections, a concert to be held in Brattleboro, Vermont in September to benefit people affected by Tropical Storm Irene. After we describe what will be in the concert, we will let you know how you can contribute to make this event possible.
This was named the Whetstone Brook because for centuries past, people had hiked up the Whetstone to get stones to sharpen their cutting instruments, whatever they were. And these little rills along here fall out of the ledges, these beautiful flat little stones. You could pick amongst them the size you wanted to carry with you, the hardness that you wanted. So that's the lore, according to Lester Whitney, and it's him who clued us into this.
I live here in West Brattleboro in the Whetstone watershed. Part of the reason why I live here as a violin maker is I like to be close to my materials, and I use local wood to the extent possible, and I find that I'm able to make wonderful instruments using wood that grows specifically in this watershed. What is the story of the Whetstone? How does it affect me, and how do we put that into a musical form? The story is geologic and geographic and historical and cultural and musical. You know, that the brook itself makes little noises and things as it goes down through there. So how do we weave all of those things together? The opportunity to have instruments that I've made be an ensemble and come together and play a piece of music that reflects where they were conceived and where they were born is a great pleasure, and I hope is also of value and interest to the world.
In March 2011, Doug Cox commissioned me to write a piece about the Whetstone watershed that could be played on his instruments. My piece is called Whetstone Waltz. It depicts the nature, cultures, and musics of the Whetstone watershed during the last 300-plus years. It's a collage of old and new songs and tunes, nature sounds, city sounds, slightly familiar bits of music. And the instruments, voices, and whetstones from the brook are used as sound machines for effects and percussion. Doug makes violins, violas, and cellos, so my piece has one of each. The Este Organ Company had water-powered factories on the Whetstone, which were flooded out, so I include a foot-powered Este reed organ from the Este Organ Museum. Bird calls and the babbling brook are the connecting threads. The brook never stops, so the music is continuous. It culminates with the historic floods in Brattleboro. During the Whetstone Reflections event, we will see and hear about the nature and cultures along the Whetstone Brook from the watershed coordinator and a local historian. The MacArthurs will sing songs from and about the area. The Great Flood of August 28, 2011 postponed the debut of Whetstone Waltz to September 2012. We now have an opportunity for a community event with a greater purpose and wider outreach to contribute financial and moral support to those still suffering from the effects of the flood. You can contribute to the success of this beneficial concert. Our goal is to raise all expenses before the event, so money given at the door can go to the Irene Long-Term Recovery Fund. We will make a DVD of the event so the music and information can be enjoyed by anyone, anywhere. We would like to send you the DVD for your contribution, and the DVD will also be available from the Este Organ Museum. If we exceed our goal, we will donate the Whetstone Reflections DVD to as many educational places as possible, so it may be enjoyed by many for free. Thank you.